Hello students, myself Varekar Ain. I am from Asian College Karan. Already we started a topic matrices. Now let's start with the second lecture. In this lecture, we will study inverse of a matrix by elementary row transformation. So what is inverse of a matrix? The definition of a inverse of a matrix is if A is a square matrix of order m and if there exists another square matrix B of the same order such that AB is equal to BA is equal to I, where I is the identity matrix of order m, then B is called as the inverse of A and is denoted by A inverse. Suppose A and B are two matrices and these two matrices satisfy this condition, that is AB is equal to BA is equal to I, then A inverse, this is the inverse of this matrix A. Then some note, first note, every square matrix A of order m by m has its corresponding determinant. That is determinant of A is equal to. That means every square matrix can be written in the form of a determinant. Second, a matrix is said to be invertible if its inverse exists. If any matrices has its inverse, then this matrix is called invertible matrix. Then third, a square matrix A has inverse if and only if determinant of A is not equal to 0. Determinant of A is not equal to 0, that means this matrix is non-singular matrix and its inverse exists. Then the theorem, that is uniqueness of inverse of a matrix. The statement of this theorem is prove that if A is a square matrix and its inverse exists, then it is unique. That means we have to prove that every square matrix has unique inverse. So its proof, let A be a square matrix of order m and its inverse exists. Let, if possible, B and C be the two inverses of A. Here we contrary assume that there are two inverses of matrix A. Then by definition of a matrices, AB is equal to BA is equal to I. If B is the inverse of matrix A, then by definition AB is equal to BA is equal to I. And if C is the inverse of matrix A, then by definition AC is equal to CA is equal to I. Now consider B. B is equal to B into I. If we multiply any matrix by identity matrix, we give the matrix as it is. There is no change in its value. So here B is equal to BI, which is equal to B into, here AC, I means AC, from this definition I is equal to AC. So we replace here I by AC. Then here we use associative property, that is B into AC is equal to BA into C, which is equal to IC. Here value of BA, by this definition value of BA is equal to I, so here IC. And if we multiply any matrix by identity matrix, we give that matrix as it is, so I into C is C. That means B is equal to C. That means inverse is unique. Then inverse of a matrix can be obtained by using two methods. There are two methods to obtain inverse of a matrix. First method is elementary row or column transformation. Using elementary transformation, we find out the inverse of a matrix. This elementary transformation we studied in last lecture. Then second, adjoint method. The inverse of a non-singular matrix by elementary row transformation. Now we start with the first transformation, that is using elementary row transformation. So first is inverse of a non-singular matrix by using elementary row transformation. Now by definition of inverse of a matrix, if A inverse exists, then A into A inverse or A inverse into A is equal to I. I means that is identity matrix. This is the definition of a inverse of a matrix. To find out the inverse by using elementary row transformation, here we use first statement, that is A inverse is equal to I. A inverse is equal to I. For the row transformation, we use A inverse is equal to I, and for the column transformation, we use A inverse into A is equal to I. Here pre-multiplying by A, here is post-multiplying by A. So this we use for row transformation and this we use for column transformation. Now, what is the working here? Consider A inverse is equal to I. Then using elementary row transformation, we convert this A matrix into identity matrix, and this A inverse as it is, we apply the transformations on LHS as well as RHS. So for the maintain of equality, so here apply the row transformation on identity matrix. So we will give identity matrix into B. So identity matrix into A inverse, that means A inverse which is equal to B. In this way, we find out the inverse of a matrix by elementary row transformation. So how we apply this row transformation on this matrix A? There is a working rule to convert this matrix A into an identity matrix. So what is that working rule? Suppose A is a matrix. This is a matrix of order 3 by 3. A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So this is the working rule. First, reduce A11 to 1. That means this A11 reduced into 1. Applying elementary row transformation, convert this into 1. Then reduce A21 and 31 to 0. Then applying row transformation, reduce this A21 and A31 into 0. After that we go here. So A22 is 1, and using A22 we reduce A12 and A32 into 0. Then we reduce A33 into 1, and using this we reduce A23 and A13 into 0. In this path we have to go to find out the inverse by using row transformation. We go vertically. So we use this working rule in example to find the inverse of a matrix. So let's start with the examples. First example, find the inverse of the matrix 1, 2, 2 minus 1 by using elementary row transformation. So its solution, suppose let A be a matrix. This is the matrix A, 1, 2, 2, 1. Firstly, we have to find if its inverse is exist or not. If this matrix is non-singular, then its inverse is exist. For that, we have to find its value of determinant. So determinant of A is equal to, just replace this matrix by determinant, and it will give -1 -4, which is equal to -5. This value is non-zero. That means this matrix is non-singular. This matrix is invertible. That means inverse exists. If its inverse exists, then consider the statement A into A inverse is equal to I. By definition of a inverse of a matrix, we have A inverse is equal to I. Substitute the value of A in this equation. A is this matrix and I is the identity matrix of order 2 by 2. Now make this first element 1. But this element is already 1. So we go vertically. So we make this 2 into 0. We reduce this 2 into 0. For that we apply the transformation, row transformation. R2 gives R2 minus 2 R1. So there is a change in R2. So R1 kept as it is on both sides. Find out the R2. 2 minus 2 into 1, that is 0. Minus 1 minus 2 into 2, that is minus 5. Then 0 minus 2, that is minus 2. And 1 minus 0, here is 1. Now make or reduce this minus 5 to 1. For that we divide this R2 by minus 5. So here we divide this R2 by minus 5. Then here first row as it is, and in second row we divide. Here we will get 0, here is 1. Here minus 2 by 5 upon minus 5, that is 2 by 5. Here minus 1 by 5. After that we have to make this 2. We have to reduce this 2 into 0. For that we use transformation. R1 gives R1 minus 2 R2. So here you apply this transformation, that is 2 minus 2 into 1, that is 0. Then here R2 as it is, R2 kept as it is, there is a change in R1. That means 1 minus 2 into 2 by 5. That means 1 minus 4 by 5. That means 1 by 5. Here 0 minus 2 into minus 1 by 5. Minus minus get plus, that means 2 by 5. Now this is an identity matrix. If we multiply identity matrix to any other matrix, we will get that matrix as it is. So A inverse is equal to this matrix. This is our first example. Then next, second example, find the inverse of a matrix 2 minus 3 minus 1 2 by using elementary row transformation. Its solution, consider this matrix A. Then find its determinant. Determinant of A is equal to determinant of this matrix. If we expand this matrix, we will get 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. This value is non-zero, so A inverse exists. Now consider this equation by the definition of inverse of a matrix, that is A into A inverse is equal to I. Then substitute the value of A in this equation, that is 2 minus 3 minus 1 2. Now we have to make this 2 into 1. We have to reduce this 2 into 1. For that we add these two rows, first row and second row. If we add then 2 minus 1, we will get 1. So here transformation is R1 gives R1 plus R2. Then we get here 2 minus 1, which is 1, minus 3 and plus 2, that is minus 1. Then minus 1 into as it is. Here we add this 1 plus 0, 1, 0 plus 1, that is 1. Now by R2 gives R2 plus R1, we add R2 and R1 and write in R2 because this is the R2. write in R2. So R1 as it is, R1 as it is. In R2, just add these two. Minus 1, 1, here is 0. 2 minus 1, here is 1. 0, 1, here is 1. 1, 1, here is 2. So, by R1 gives R1 plus R2, we get, here we make 0 into A inverse is equal to 2, 3, 1 and 2. So, A inverse is equal to 2, 3, 1, 2. Then next example, find the inverse of the matrix 2, 0, minus 1, 5, 1, 0, 0, 1, 3 by using elementary row transformation. Its solution, write this matrix into a determinant form. If we expand this, its value is 1, which is non-zero, therefore A inverse exists. Then consider the equation A into A inverse is equal to I. We put here value of A in this equation, we will get this equation. Then we make firstly this first element into 1. We reduce this first element into 1. So for that, we multiply first row by 3. We first multiply first row by 3. So here is 6, 0, minus 3, 3, 0 and 0 and kept other two rows as it is. Then we subtract first row from second row. 6 minus 5 we will get 1. So we reduce this 2 into 1. So here we get 1 minus 1 minus 3 and here 3 minus 1 0 and R2 and R3, these two rows kept as it is. Then R2 gives R2 minus 5 R1. We use another transformation. So we kept R1 and R3 as it is and we make a transformation in R2. We will get 0, 6, 15, minus 15, 6, 0. R1 and R3 kept as it is. Now apply this transformation to make 6. So we R2 gives R2 minus 5 R3. Here 1 minus 1 minus 3. First row as it is, first row as it is. Third row and third row as it is. Now here R2, what is R2? R2 is 1. Yes, R2 is 6 and minus 5 into R3 is 1. 6 minus 5, that is 1. 15 minus 15, that is 0. Then minus 15 and 0, that is minus 15. Then 6 and minus 0, that is 0. Here 0 and minus 5, so here is minus 5. Now we make the transformation, two transformations at a time. That is, using this 1, we reduce this minus 1 into 0 and this 1 into 0. For that, we add this 2 and we subtract this 2. That is R1 plus R2 and R3 minus R2. So, these two elements automatically get 0. R2 kept as it is. Just add R1 and R2. So, here minus 12, here 5, here minus 5. Now subtract 0 minus 15, that is 15, 0 minus 6, that is minus 6 and 5 minus of minus 5, that is 6. Now make this element into 1. For that we divide this R3 by 3. So we will get here first row and second row as it is. 3 divided by 3, that is 1. 15 by 3, that is 5. Minus 6 by 3, that is minus 2. And 6 by 3, that is 2. Now make this element into 0. For that, transformation is R1 gives R1 plus 3 R3. So we will give this 0. So A inverse is equal to 3 minus 1 1 minus 15 6 minus 5 5 minus 2 2. So value of A inverse is equal to 3 minus 1 1 minus 15 6 minus 5 and 5 minus 2 2. This is our third example. Then next, fourth example, find the inverse of the matrix 1 2 3 1 1 5 2 4 7 by using elementary row transformation. So let A is equal to given matrix. Firstly, we have to find out its determinant. It is minus 1, which is non-zero. So A inverse exists. Now we consider the equation, that is A into A inverse, which is equal to I. Now write this matrix in this equation. A and I is equal to identity matrix. So firstly make this 1, but it is already 1. So go to the next step, that is make this 0 and this element into 0. Now for that we apply two transformations, two row transformations at a time, that is R2 gives R2 minus R1 and R3 gives R3 minus 2R1. We get 0 minus 1 2 0 0 1 and here minus 1 1 0 minus 2 0 1. Now here minus 1. So we multiply minus sign to second row. So R2 gives minus of R2. So first row and third row kept as it is, and here we multiply to second row by minus. So we change its sign. Then next, R1 gives R1 minus 2R2. We apply the transformation, R1 gives R1 minus 2R2. So there is a change in R1. So R2 and R3 kept as it is. So here we will get R1 107 and here minus 1 2 0. Now there will be 1 automatically. So don't need to make this 1. Just apply the transformation to transform this minus 2 and 7 into 0. So R1 gives R1 minus 7R3 and R2 gives R2 plus 2R3. So here we give an identity matrix into A inverse, which is equal to 13 2 minus 7 minus 3 minus 1 2 minus 2 0 1. And A inverse into identity matrix, we will get identity A inverse matrix. So A inverse is equal to this matrix. So this is our last example. So let's check the points which is useful for JEE and CET examination. So first is orthogonal matrix. These concepts are very useful for CET and JEE. This is not belongs to your textbook, but this is you have to read carefully or see carefully. That is, first is orthogonal matrix. A square matrix of order n by n is said to be orthogonal if A dash is equal to identity matrix or A dash into A is equal to identity matrix. If the matrix and its transpose, if we multiply these two matrices, if we give an identity matrix, then this matrix is called as a orthogonal matrix. Then second, idempotent matrix. Idempotent matrix, if the square of that matrix gives the matrix itself, then it is called as idempotent matrix. Then third, if the A is any square matrix, and if we make a square of that matrix and it will become into an identity matrix, then that matrix is called involutory matrix. Then next is nilpotent matrix. If A is any matrix, then there exists M, a scalar M, such that A raised to M is equal to 0, M is a least positive integer, then this matrix is called as nilpotent matrix. Then properties of inverse of a matrix. This is also useful for JEE and CET examination. So first is A is symmetric, then A inverse is symmetric. Suppose A is a diagonal matrix and its determinant value is non-zero, then A inverse also a diagonal matrix. Third, if A is a scalar matrix, then its inverse also a scalar matrix. If A is an orthogonal matrix, then its inverse also a orthogonal matrix. If we find out A inverse and make its inverse, then it will give A. If A transpose of inverse, then here is A inverse of transpose. AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. This is very important property which is useful for JET and CET examination. Then determinant of A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A. This is also one of the very important property. So these are the points which is useful for JEE and CET examination. So in this topic we studied how to find the inverse of a matrix of order 2 by 2 and order 3 by 3 by using row transformation. Thank you.